What if I told you you could get a 3-row SUV that is capable and starts at under $30,000? Meet the 2025 Mitsubishi Outlander. In this video, we're going to break down everything you need to know about the Outlander from design, tech, practicality. It does have some flaws, but for the value, it makes a great case. Let's get started. All right, under the hood, we have a 2.5 liter inline-4 that is naturally aspirated, and it produces 181 horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque, paired with a CVT transmission. Typical for its class, it's actually the same engine as the last Nissan Rogue. All right, let's just give it a quick send here. Not the fastest thing in the world, it is a little bit slow, but you can get the plug-in hybrid variant of this car, which makes almost double the torque and a lot more horsepower. And it's actually only a couple $1,000s more, making it one of the best selling PHEVs out there. If you want some more speed and some plug-in hybrid capabilities, I would just get that one. But if you're looking for a fully naturally aspirated non-PHEV, this is enough power to get you by. They have retuned the steering quite a bit, and I actually like how it feels. The faster you go, the more weight is added to the wheel. It's pretty sharp, there's not too much play. And the suspension has also been revised for this year. It feels alright. You go over all these bumps pretty well. Pretty average in its class. Again, this is the last generation motor from the Nissan Rogue because they have moved on to a turbocharged setup. I do think it could use just a little bit more power. The ride is also pretty quiet, which they have worked on and improved quite a bit. It's about 6 decibels quieter than before. But what is loud is, again, that motor, because you do hear it screaming under load, especially with that CVT. But overall, the ride is pretty comfy. You don't get that much road noise. The suspension is nice and soft. The springs and shocks and stabilizer bars have all been re-engineered and recalibrated. So this makes it pretty good daily. You do have your drive mode selector here with an eco, normal, and a sport mode, and as well as your gravel, snow, and mud mode in case you do want to go off-roading, because this does come with all-wheel control, which is their version of all-wheel drive, and it does have some torque vectoring capabilities and able to shift power around from left to right and front and back, which is nice to see, especially at this price point. You don't really see that anywhere else. Let's put it into sport mode. I feel like body rigidity is much better than before. It feels a lot more planted. Of course, there is some body roll, which is expected, but it's actually pretty good. I do really enjoy the steering. It feels very stable, it feels very planted, and it's much more composed than the outgoing model. Suspension is great, but there are some plastic rattles inside the car, but overall, it's not bad at all. I do really like how this drives. For the price, you couldn't really ask for more, and it really delivers. Okay, this turn here, brakes are good. They're a little bit more travel than normal brakes, but they do bite. I actually really do like the steering. It is not bad at all. Pretty good, Mitsubishi. I am impressed with how this thing handles, actually. Now we're on some rougher road here. Very little noise from the outside, actually, and suspension is nice and soft. I do like it. Powering up this hill, it could use a bit more power once again, but not too bad. You can get that PHEV again, which I do really recommend. Fuel economy is 24 miles per gallon in the city, 30 miles per gallon on the highway, for a combined MPG of 26 miles per gallon. We've been averaging 26.5 miles per gallon all week, which is pretty much on point. It takes regular gas, of course, and it's excellent for road trips, not only because it's pretty damn efficient for 3 rows, but it has a very good adaptive cruise control system and a lane keep system that comes from Nissan. It also comes with a ton of safety tech as standard, such as your blind spot monitors and forward collision avoidance. On the outside, the Outlander gets a mild refresh. Up front, the grille, the bumpers are reworked, so the face looks a bit cleaner and more put together than before. Mitsubishi also switched the hood and the front fenders to steel this year, which helps with the fit, finish, and reduce some of the noises that you'd get from the older model. Along the side, the overall shape stays pretty much the same, but you do get a new wheel design, either 18 inches or 20s depending on the trim, which gives you a slightly more modern upscale look. And around back, the taillights are now full LED. This is my favorite angle of the car, with a smoked outer lens on the taillights, so the rear end looks a bit sharper and more refined. There's also a new paint option for 2025 called Moonstone Grey, which is what we have here today. It looks pretty good, very subtle, nothing over the top. It's not a full redesign, just small but noticeable updates that make the Outlander look a little bit more polished without changing its overall character. Alright, inside the Outlander, it is very luxurious in here. I actually took a couple snaps of the car and sent it to a few people and had them guess what car it is. And people are guessing Lexus, BMW X3, Infiniti, even Range Rover, which it is basically half the price of all those cars. You get a lot of soft padding, your diamond quilted, heated and ventilated seats. They're super comfortable. Armrest is nice and soft. You also get a ton of tech here, including your fully digital dashboard here, which you can customize, and it's nice and bright and easy to see, including your heads-up display. And then you have your center display here with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And the best part about this car is the Yamaha speakers. You get 12 speaker system and they sound amazing. I don't think I've heard any better speakers at this price point from any car. Neither have I ever seen Yamaha speakers available on any other brands. They are great, and you can even customize it to compensate for rain noise and even sync with your wiper blade noises. So it's a lot of cool tech with the speakers. You do get wireless charging, 2 USB-C ports here, a physical HVAC control, which I do really like to see, and a physical shifter, and your drive mode controller. In the center here, you get a USB-C port and just a little bit of space. You also get a digital mirror and a panoramic sunroof. And to make the cabin even quieter, these windows are also double paned. Again, something that you find in much more expensive cars. This is also your Mitsubishi key. Kind of looks like a Nissan key. Let's check out the rear seats. All right, the second row of the Outlander has quite a bit of space. You can move the seats back and forth, and you can also recline them quite a bit. The materials back here are great. It's actually a lot nicer than other cars offer in this category. You get a lot of soft padding, your own heated seats back here, climate control, 2 USB-C ports, and a privacy shade. In the back, headroom's really good and legroom's good. Let's see what the third row is like. All right, these third rows are basically for emergency purposes only, so you will have to install these headrests, which are stored underneath in the back here. And climbing into the third row, which are basically meant for kids. Let's see if I can fit back here. It works, not for a very long time, but it's 3 rows. Behind the third row of the Outlander is 11 cubic feet of storage, and then you can fold the third row down for 31 cubic feet of space, and you get handles here to fold down the second row, which opens up to 64 cubic feet of space, making it a very practical SUV for not only passengers but for cargo. In Canada, this does start at about $35,000, which does come with all-wheel drive as standard here. And fully loaded, it's about 46 grand, which is insanely good value for what you get in this car. In the US, it starts at about $29,000, and I think you have to buy all-wheel drive if you want it, and it goes up to 44 grand. Compared to its rivals that offer 3 rows, it undercuts them by a lot. And you do get a 10-year powertrain warranty. I think as a whole package, this thing offers tremendous value for a 3-row, especially being fully loaded at just 45 grand. You get a solid all-wheel drive system, drive modes, a pretty comfortable ride, a lot of space and practicality. You get a very strong warranty, and you have one of the best speaker systems that you could possibly get at this price point. It is ideal for anyone that wants a budget-friendly 3-row SUV and good speakers. The only cons I see to this car is the powertrain is not the fastest thing in the world. If you do plan on racing anyone at the light or want a bit more power, then you should just get the PHEV, which is one of the best value plug-in hybrids that you could possibly get right now. That is all, guys. Thanks for watching.